I'm Erica, also known as E.MoniQue, and this is my real life. Hang out with me as I side-eye the ups and stumble through the downs. Watch as I turn my tiny piece of the Arizona desert into a tropical oasis. Fight to beat infertility and figure out where I fit as an artist in this crazy creative world. All while awkwardly discovering my authentic self. I'll be talking out loud about the things I wish someone would have said a while ago and sorting through what I wish I didn't know. Who knows? Maybe you can relate, as I often ask myself.
I think that walking around your apartment when there are others who live under you in heels is exceptionally rude. You don't get dressed, put the heels on, and continue to get ready. You get ready, and then when you're ready to leave, put your shoes on. It literally sounds like you put your heels on first, then you walked to the kitchen for a drink of water, then you walked back to the closet to get finished, like putting clothes on. Then you walked back to the stove to flip your eggs. Then you walked over to the couch and maybe sat down for 2 seconds. Then you walked over to the dishwasher and turned it on. Then you walked to the laundry and opened the door. Then you walked to the bathroom to put your makeup on. Then you walked back across the apartment to the back door, looked outside the window. Then you walked. Put your freaking high heels on last. It's just rude and stupid. You know people can hear that shit. You don't tiptoe in heels. It's not possible. They're literal tiny stilts. Shut the up. It's morning. Get out. If you're going, leave. Let's catch up, shall we? After we catch up, I need to get up and get moving. Unfortunately, that means outside, where it's beautifully sunny, but extremely hot. Let's see, when was the last time we talked? Last week fucking sucked. Okay, when was the last time we talked? Let me just jump in and then we'll kind of do a circle-y fill-in. And then a Tuesday, I had an appointment with a nurse practitioner and her squad. Ran some labs. Half of the labs came back. My iron situation, my anemia is improving. I was super proud and happy about my hemoglobin being at a 10.8, iron saturation at a 4%. I was happy about that because in April I was at, well, the saturation was still at 4%, I'm pretty sure, but hemoglobin was 9.6. So I was doing pretty good on my own. So then a couple days later, my results for my glucose, A1C, and all that shit came back. And I don't know if I told you, but I've been telling everybody else that the nurse, she told me that if I was sitting at a 5.9 in April, that I was really kind of close to danger, saying that at a 6, I was at the tip of that mountain just waiting to be blown down to type 2 diabetes, like anything could blow me. At a 6.1, she wants to put me on medication to like try and start reversing that quickly. Like, obviously, the closer to 6.2, 6, like, she's just saying, like, you're on the cusp, but if you're still there, then we just need to get you on a system to like start reversing it. But if you move up 1 or 2 more points, we need to like kind of intervene and put you on meds. And I'm just like, well, that fucking isn't going to happen. So thank you for letting me know. Thank you for your time. I'm out of here. So 2 days later, I get my results. And while my iron has improved, the A1C got worse. I went from 5.9 in April to currently 6.1. So that sucks. And I'm not going to lie, I've been really upset by that. Like to a point where I'm like, it's hard for me to kind of like verbalize it. I'm just kind of like sitting with it. And like everything in me since I have found out this result has like I want to cry. But that's not going to do me any good. Like, it's not going to help me. It's not going to stop it. It's not going to make it better. So I have spent some time processing and sulking and being mad at life and mad at everything about this. And at the same time, it's just like, okay, we're here. Now, again, like I know you're saying like, bitch, what's your problem? You're not diabetic. Like, you're still, like, it's gotten worse, but you're still not diabetic. I get that, but nobody understands how terrified I am of diabetes. And it's not because I'm a hypo. It's not because I'm like pulling shit out of my ass. It's not because I like have high anxiety. It's because I know what the shit does. I know what it can do. It's like so incredibly like crazy. Like I cannot even express to you what, like, how important this is to me and like how afraid I am of this situation. And I'm not trending in the right direction. I am getting closer and closer to that shit, and I don't want it. Like, I would rather honestly continue struggling with anemia and like all the shit that comes with that rather than dealing with this. Anyways, because 2 things are happening simultaneously, like I'm trying to like keep from getting confused, but like I'm going back and forth. So the first result that came in was in regards to my anemia. I'm still anemic, even though it has improved tremendously. So I got a call about that first. They still want me to do an iron infusion, which I'm really happy about. Like, they scheduled it, so that makes me think that maybe my insurance approved it. I have to log on to see like what it all actually means, because it could be that they approved it, but they're still like, well, you still have to pay for that shit. Like I said, infusions are not cheap. They can be thousands of dollars. I know the last infusion I had was, I feel like $2,000, honestly. And through the hematology group that I was going to, they helped me apply for a grant that took care of 1,500 of it, and then I still had to pay 500. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Anyways, something happened. I'm sure I just got approved, and they called and scheduled me on Thursday. So I have an appointment tomorrow to go and get a 2.5 hour infusion at the hospital, which I'm excited about because infusions don't hurt. It's just you have to sit still for that long. It's like getting a blood transfusion. I don't know. If you know, you know. It's or like an IV. Like you sit, you get a bag of solution with the medicine in it, and you just sit there and then let your body take all of that in. And so I always describe that as like Gatorade. It's the next best thing to getting a bag of blood or a unit of blood. Like my body, my cells, everything just are like juicy and just rehydrated. Like, I don't know. That's how I explain it. But basically, my blood cells are getting loaded up with iron, which is going to just improve everything. I'm so excited about it because it's nothing like, even though I've done I'm still proud of the work that I've done naturally. It does take a lot, and it does take a lot of time to move that needle on your own because, well, I won't say like in general. I'll just speak for me because I have a specific setup when it comes to my blood cells. They're not shaped any different. They're just extremely small, which just means that my blood cells are like the little blood cells that could. They do what they can, but they'll probably always need help because they're just genetically small. So I'll probably have to, well, I won't even say that because even my circumstances have changed as it pertains to like losing blood. And going forward, it's going to be not the same as it was. Like as long as I'm not on an IVF cycle, I think I plan to just stay on BC until further notice, until someone tells me to do something different. Or until I have like, I don't know, maybe another surgery, which that's not what I want. But if it comes down to me needing another surgery to remove more endo or more fibroids or something like that, I don't necessarily, and I'm not trying to get pregnant, then I don't need to be running around here just having periods and losing blood and aggravating my anemia. So I say all that to say going forward, normally I would need either a transfusion or an infusion once a year, but I don't even know if I'll need that if I plan to not be bleeding or if I plan to continue, which I do, continue like what I've been doing to increase my iron on my own, right? So at this point, it's just about maintaining to the best of my ability, which I think that I'll be pretty successful in. So that's what's going on with the anemia, and that's tomorrow. So I'll go in for half a day's work and then leave, and the other half will be getting a treatment. All right, I just finished my infusion. As you can see, I got the band on from the aftermath. It wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. It was 2.5 hours, and they started late, but it just didn't feel that long. So I'm glad I'm out now, though, because I've got to go home and prepare for
I've got to go home and prepare for my follow-up appointment with this other doctor. Only thing that I haven't had an infusion in several years, but I don't remember having any like side effects. And I'm not saying that I'm experiencing side effects now, but like my feet hurt, and it was like it feels like my toes, like my feet are swollen. I felt the tinglies in my ankles on both feet, like weird little pricklies from my ankle down to like into my foot, and then my toes just started hurting. It was hard for me to kind of walk initially and get to the car. I don't know if that's just because of the chair that I was sitting in, and like, I don't know, maybe my circulation was cut or what that was about, but my feet definitely hurt and they're a little puffy. My hands are a little puffy. So I'm gonna go home and chill out, get ready for this next appointment and eat something, because I haven't really eaten today. So yeah, that's that.
Now, again, back to 2 days forward where I get my A1C results. The girl called me and was just like, yeah, so nurse posted some notes to your portal. Did you have a chance to see that yet? And I was like, no, I haven't, but I did check my like I get notifications from the lab directly that says, hey, you have new results. So I did check those. And she's like, okay, well, would you like for me to just read you what she said? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And like, again, I already knew that it was bad. I already knew that a call was going to be coming at some point, and I just knew where I was, right? Wasn't happy about it, but I already knew. So she's just like, the doctor didn't realize how, what did she say? She's like, your A1C came back at 6.1, and so she didn't realize how close you were to pre-diabetes, or she didn't realize you were closer to pre-diet, or what did she say? Fuck. She didn't realize that you're closer to diabetes than she thought you were. So she wants to know how you feel about going on the medication metformin to like reverse that as soon as possible. And I was just like, well, I don't know how I feel. Like, obviously, like, I'm scared about this and I'm upset that it's gotten worse. And it feels like since I have noticed this number, like, you know how you notice something that was kind of like a problem the whole time, and then when you notice it, like, you put so much focus on it that you can make it worse? I kind of feel like that has happened, because it's like, if I've been at a 5.9 for at least 3 years, then I noticed the number recently, and then a few months later, it gets worse. It's just like, what the fuck happened, right? And I think that it's me and my fear and anxiety and getting in the way of stuff. Like, I don't think that I have done anything outside of the norm of what I've been doing the past several years. As far, like, I feel, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Other than, and we'll get to this, I'm jumping all over the place and I'm jumping ahead. So I was just like, I'm honestly like afraid and I don't know what to do. I'm not saying I don't want to go on the medication. I'm just saying that I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about this. I don't know what metformin is or what it does and all of that. And so I would like more information on it. And she's just like, okay, that's fair. So she's like, can we schedule a follow-up virtual appointment with her? And I was just like, yeah, absolutely. So turns out that after my infusion tomorrow, I have my follow-up appointment with the nurse to go over this whole, what the fuck are we gonna do? and what is metformin. And like, I actually need to start writing out my questions right now, because I did a little bit of Googling over the weekend to just kind of get a heads up on like what I should know, what I should be asking, etc. So I need to write my questions down and be prepared. So truly the rest of my afternoon after like a few hours of work is going to be like medical stuff back to back. Today, Sunday, I was supposed to have my consultation with the dietitian, but he rescheduled me on Friday, which is whatever. Whatever. He rescheduled me on Friday, which was fine, but I'm also like, since all of this is occurring at the same time, I kind of wanted to like fucking know what his professional opinion is for me. Like, I need to know what I can and cannot eat seriously at this point, because like I'm not eating. My stomach is pissed because I'm just like all over the place right now. Since, what was it, last week or the week before? It was last week. I went to dinner and totally did not have any vegan anything, because it just wasn't that kind of place. So I thought I would do like the safest for me, and I got a bowl of shrimp and I got that fucking cheesecake, which is still in the freezer. I'm not gonna hold you. But like that bowl of shrimp was hard for me to get through. I mean, it was good, but it was just like my stomach was so unhappy for like those couple days after. And then like that week, I hadn't prepped and I didn't have my juice, so I didn't really eat well that week after. And not to say that I ate trash, I just didn't eat because I didn't have my shit. And then this past week, more or less the same. I've had a couple bowls of cereal, lots of fruit. That's what it is. I had lots of fruit left over, not left over, but I have half my fruit produce for just like eating fruit, and then half is for juicing. Well, I still had my grab and go eat fruit. So I've been eating apples and bananas, which the bananas are probably the worst thing. I still have my pineapple over there, which I need to cut, but at the same time, it's like pineapple and bananas are not the best. So I really don't know what to eat. I've been eating a lot of almonds, and bean burritos, which the tortillas, I am not really used to eating the flour tortillas because I still. What am I saying? I really just need to know what to eat. I went to do some renovation shopping, and after that we went to dinner. And while I thought that I was going to be able to find, and I could have just gotten salad, I am a little bit afraid of getting salads from fast food places because that creeps me out. I don't know how well they're taking care of the salad. I don't care. So, plus, I don't want to spend $15 on a salad at a fast food joint. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. So I made a choice to further fuck it through the weekend and just, I grabbed another bowl of shrimp. But this bowl of shrimp had broccoli, cooked broccoli, and it had a side of potatoes, like fries. Okay? I looked at the other sides to see if I could switch that out, and I could have, but nothing was appealing, and I didn't want to pay an extra $3 to switch out fries for, I don't even know what it was. So I was just like, all right, as long as it comes with a little bit of fries and broccoli, like this should be fine. So I got that bowl of shrimp, and then we had, like, that is not, well, it does make a difference, but not as much of a difference as I need right now. It's about the meat and the cheese, right? I haven't had cheese in, how long has it been? There was the cheesecake. That's dairy, but I haven't had melty cheese on anything since It's been a while. We had a pizza with cheese, obviously, and like pepperonis, and it was good, but again, I have not eaten that way in a while, and so that immediately made my stomach like upset and full. So I have a lot of food left over. And then, so okay, I'm saying all this to say that since Friday, I'm going to admit this about myself. I know it, but it's just like, it is what it is. Like, I wish it wasn't this way. And I do, like, I am working on it. But right now, I'm just having a really tough time with, like, the fear of this diabetes shit, right? So when things get really, really scary and hard for me, I give up, I freeze, I pause, and like that's just it for a few days. And what I mean by give up is like whatever healthy routine that I have, like it just stops. Like I just don't care. Like I just could give up. Like I just don't care. And so since I got the information and it was like they're probably going to put me on this medication, I immediately went into, well, may as well go and get nachos that I have not eaten in forever. So I got nachos and immediately got sick. Like I ate maybe a third of the nachos, which weren't even delicious. Like I need to stop this. This is why I don't eat out unless I'm in a stupid mental place or I'm with somebody else. But like other than that, I'm in here cooking, eating the food that I have here. Like I just don't eat out because food in restaurants are just not good anymore unless it's an actual restaurant. But like fast food, that shit is for the birds and hell. Disgusting. So I was just like, well, fuck it. May as well have the nachos that I've been craving and wanting forever. I went to the spot, got the nachos, which I should have known because the plate was so heavy. It was just like full. Like nobody should have that much food, like one person. And so I ate a third of those and was immediately sick. Like my stomach has not hurt like that in a long time. And I was just like, well, I did this to myself. Like I should have known. You can't just go from like not eating certain things to now you're eating all the things that have been bothering you and you know that they have been bothering you and you totally ignore that shit and you eat meat and you eat cheese and you eat cream. Yes, you're going to fucking hurt. So that happened on Friday, the same day that I got the information. I was just like, screw it. Then Saturday, my stomach was still not 100% like back to being stable, and I go and have more meat and more cheese. And I'm just like, okay, stop the shit. You don't have diabetes yet. You still have a chance to fix this shit. It's not how here's what I boiled it down to. Not boiled it down, but it is very clear now, very clear, blaring, screaming at me that genetics, remember, sister bitch, mother bitch, genetics are happening. I can change my diet 1,000,000 times. It is not going to it is not going to change what's happening. The only thing that I have not done with all of my health circumstances is work out. And things are getting better and worse and blah, 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 and not maybe improving. And I've done everything else from vitamins, supplements, eating, not eating, food portions, choices. That's not it, E. That's not it. So get a fucking gym membership. Go. You don't have to like it to do it. You can loathe it, which I do. You can absolutely hate it. You can absolutely not want to do it. But this is the last thing that has not occurred in many years And now, like, your health is screaming at you. If this is the golden key to better health, why wouldn't you do that? And the thing is, I have done some wild shit in the name of better health. Why wouldn't I do this, right? So, which is why I didn't cry, because it's like, stop. You know better than this. You absolutely know better than this. You didn't really think that you were going to take the easy route out by just like eating leaves and like it would just all go away. Get her done. Do it. So, let's see. Let's say from I felt weird about it. I felt a little bit nervous about my number still being at 5.9. Like, I was just like, what are the odds that it's still at 5.9? Did I want it to go down? Yes. Did I expect it to go up? No. So let's say from Thursday to Saturday, I sulked. I was mad. I didn't talk about it very much with like my mom. Like, she knows what's going on, but we didn't talk about it. That's how I know she knows that it's bothering me, or it could be bothering her too, and she's worried. But whatever the fuck. Because when I told her about the metformin, she's just like, wow, that's what they put your dad on. And I was just like, okay. So we're just not going to touch that yet. Like, I'm not ready. So let's say Thursday to Saturday, I sulked, I moaned, I pity partied, and there's one particular gym that I actually, like, when I was going to the gym, there's one that I like. And so I'm going to sign up for that actually today. And my activity starts, is it going to start tomorrow? I have a lot to do tomorrow. It's basically going to be Monday through Friday, but am I going to do it tomorrow? Okay, how long is this going to last? 3, 4. I might start tomorrow. I would like to start tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to feel after. I mean, again, an infusion doesn't hurt. It doesn't make you anything. It's just, how am I going to feel after like a long day, right? I'm signing up today. Working out starts Tuesday, if not after everything tomorrow. And I just have to get it done. Like, I just have to retrain my mind and my attitude to get it done, because it's not cute anymore. It's about nothing else except for my health. Nothing else except for my health. I just have to rely on myself to do better. And I fully believe that if I can just get on board with moving and working out, all of the other work that I've been doing as far as like my diet and everything is going to like kick into freaking gear. Like, I believe that. So, and then with this medication also, I believe that I can turn back this circumstance fairly quickly, and hopefully by the time I can start seeing results to reversing it, I will have established a routine working out and eating after I talk to, because I rescheduled with the dietitian for Tuesday. So tomorrow is one day, and then Tuesday is going to be finally the dietitian. By the time the medicine is working and I have started working out and I have started to really feel confident in what diet I should have to cover all of my bases, by the time all of that happens, I should be on a routine to where it's like, okay, working out is just part of what I have to do to keep my cells from fucking slipping out. And then I am going to be anxious about getting off the medication, because I'm not for medication at all. especially, yeah, I'm not for it. I want to be able to confidently, vigorously maintain my health and change how my body functions as naturally as possible through food and exercise and whatever else I fucking need to do that's as natural as possible. That's what I want. So that's what's been going on. My appetite has been shit because I have wildly disturbed the ecosystem that is in my gut over the past two days. At least 2 days, like vigorously disrupted. And then, like, over the last week, it's been a mess. My mood has been kind of like depressive mood, but not just because of this. It's been over the past several weeks where I've just been struggling. And that's the other thing that I wanted to say is, like, this is what I'm talking about. Too much time has gone on between things, because while 2023 I did the most, I was moving around, I had several things going, I was back and forth working on these, I was doing IVF cycles, I was busy, so busy. While that was like maybe a little bit too much, I went from extreme to extreme. I went from too much to now nothing is going on. And I'm just not moving. And my mood has just been not the best. And so obviously that has not helped with my blood sugar numbers. Is like, I'm not moving this so far this year. The first 6 months of 2024 have been very sedentary. And that is, like, I'm a little bit embarrassed about that, because, like, yeah, although I don't work out, I typically am moving more than I have been over the past 6 months. So, and then, when you fall into like depressive mood, or you have an anxiety spiral or whatever it is, like, it's been hard for me to peel myself up and out and to get out doing things. Like, the emotional aspect of it has been just difficult. So I really have to, like, coax myself into, okay, get up, do this, go out. And then, it doesn't help that it's 115 degrees outside every day. It's just like, who wants that? I don't, a lot of people do, but I don't. It's just so uncomfortable. It's just like, I hate summertime. I hate the summertime here. So that's what's going on health-wise. I found a donor. I don't think I told you guys this, but one particular bank send me notifications all the time. I got this one on, what day was it? Wednesday or Thursday? No, it wasn't Wednesday. It was after Jackie. It was Thursday. I got a notification on Thursday. I checked it out because they do like new donor alerts. And so I checked out this notification. It was a new donor alert. And this donor was so, like, exciting. And I have absolutely chosen this person. And they're reasonably priced. And, like, there's so many things. Like, I haven't come across a donor that has excited me in a long time. Well, since my donor that I chose several years ago. But I have been looking since then. I guess probably since last year. I have been looking, and nobody has, like, piqued my interest. This one comes along and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want this one. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be purchasing my new donor within the next few weeks. I'm super excited about that because that's one huge piece that I need solidified, because whenever I decide to start, like I can't start without having the donor secured, because I don't know if when I start the cycle it's going to be, hey, it's go time, like let's get these follicles, but when it's go time to retrieve the eggs, I have to have donor on deck. Like you have to have somewhere to put the eggs. I'm not freezing my eggs. Like I need that to be established. So I'll have donor on deck, and then I need to freaking figure out my health. I'm trying. And I think that will help to re-energize me and like re-motivate me, is to like have my donor secured. And it's like, okay, well, that part's handled. What you gonna do? Like what? Okay, your move, right? So I am motivated to just get her done. Get her done. And let's see. Because blood levels take 3 months. Everything takes 3 months. I think that's so amazing how, I think maybe that's when cells, how fast cells turn over, maybe? It's 90 days? Because that's the same thing with like ovaries and stuff. It's like 90 days. I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm interested. I think that's like the soonest that cells turn over and like renew or something. I don't fucking know, but I need to have my blood checked every 3 months. And so with where we're at right now, July, October, I'm thinking about this now, and I never really had a more clear idea of when I could start again because of this whole September trip thing. The September trip will have been over. I will have my donor secured. October. Okay. November, December. That'll leave me 3 months. I don't know why I'm so hung up on this like fulfilling my deductible thing. It's going to cost me what it's going to cost me, whether it's this year or next year. If, as long as the deductible is not met, it's going to cost me what it's going to cost me. So I have to get off of that. So I could potentially start in October. Granted, if I continue this path of like not this path that I'm on, not this woe is me, have a drink, have some nachos, have some whatever, not work out path. I haven't really been drinking. I haven't. Like socially, if I'm out to dinner with someone who drinks also, then maybe I'll have a glass of wine, but I really don't drink. I don't have wine here. I don't have meat here. It's only like when I go out to eat with someone. Anyways, I'm gonna get off that because I don't know what else to say, and I feel like I'm all over the place with it, but it is 11 o'clock and I need to eat and then I need to get outside. So I'm actually gonna do that right now. Catch up later.